Hello, boys and girls. This video is Jeff Berwick Exposed, the dollar vigilante. So I'm going to tell you what Jeff Berwick is really up to in this video. So to start off, the people in power, the people who control the world, the rich, they want to destroy the governments of the world, okay? And what they want to do, they want to get everybody as angry as possible at the government, so you'll want to destroy the government. The reason they want to do this is because they want to replace the governments with corporate rule. I'll get back to Jeff in a minute. Just hold on. So they want to replace governments with corporate governance. They want the corporations to run everything and get rid of representative government. So they intend to have a worldwide economic collapse and destroy all the paper money and replace it with digital currencies, and then bring in this new world order, which is this corporate government AI smart city bullshit that you probably already know of. So they want to get rid of things that are messy and create risk, like a representative government where you have elections, because elections create changes in authority that can be disruptive. So that's why they want to get rid of government. They would rather have corporate governance, because you have a corporate board that sets the rules and everybody has to follow the rules or you get fired. So these globalist bankers want this corporate governance, industrial park governance model. This is why the bullshitter Jeff Berwick, the con artist, holds his little anarchapulco conferences and says he is an anarchist and that we should get rid of the governments. And he believes in the free market. He works for these globalist bankers who want corporate governance. So Jeff Berwick, he has this conference, Anarchapulco, where he gets a lot of these controlled opposition public speakers to try and convince everyone to be an anarchist and that we should get rid of the government because the government's evil. I mean, after all, they're, the Epstein list, they're killing babies and chopping off their heads, and they're eating babies, they're saying all this crazy shit in order to get you to hate the government. So then you'll be cool with getting rid of the government, and then boom, they get what they want, corporate governance. So this is why you see so many videos about how evil the government is. Like I said, the Epstein list is part of it, saying all the politicians are pedophiles and they're fucking little kids and they kill and eat the babies and they cut their heads off. Now, why would the mainstream media, which they control, give this publicity? Like, why would they out their own evil in the government? It's because they want to get the masses extremely angry with the government. They want the public to hate the government, and they want to get rid of representative governments and replace them with corporate governance. There was a video on the internet a long time ago called Illuminati Corp. And this guy comes on, well, I'll tell you what, instead of me explaining it, I'm just going to put it in right here. Here it is. Here's the video. Illumicorp.
Hello, initiates, and welcome to the Illumicorp video training course. I would like to officially welcome you as a member of the team. You've joined our organization at perhaps the most exciting point in our long history. Our founders shared a passionate dream to transform this country and eventually the whole world to one cohesive organization. When Illumicorp finishes gaining centralized control over the resources of the planet, and we will, we can then organize, distribute, and govern for the benefit of all. After competition and dissent are eliminated, we will build a utopia for the people of the world to share based on need and rejoice together in a harmonious new world. This presentation is designed to enlighten you about our organization's goals and achievements. As your guide, I will help to answer some basic questions you might have about Illumicorp and familiarize you with the valuable role you will play in helping us reach our prime objective. So please, take a tour with me as we march together towards an exciting new world. All people are aware of class. To them, society is made up of the rich, the middle, and the poor.
The one thing that all three classes don't understand is that the pyramid continues upward. There is a detached hidden capstone made up of an elite board of directors who own and manage Illumicorp. The three classes below, in essence, become the assets and resources of Illumicorp. Illumicorp is divided into various administrative branches, but each branch has the same 5 levels in their hierarchy. You will begin at the bottom, in the initiate category. As such, your role will be to make sure that your orders are carried out through the sub-corporations and institutions controlled by Illumicorp.
You will be placed in plain sight, at the head of a company or institution in the public sector, to carry out the plans delivered from above. Remember, your role is very important. You will be the face of Illumicorp to the outside world. You are our connection to the masses below. Never speak publicly about your orders or your masters. Now, let's look at Illumicorp's 6 administrative branches and their functions. You will be placed in a top position of power among one of the following sectors. In this way, as you are monitored and guided from above, you will decide strategy and introduce programs that further our goals. But that is the secret to Illumicorp's success. Control the head, and you control the body. This is potentially Illumicorp's most effective instrument for global control. Through international banking, we manipulate the fate of all countries. We have introduced many institutions, such as the IMF and WTO, that work in our favor to impoverish disobedient nations. Always remember, debt is a powerful weapon against countries that don't share Illumicorp's vision.
Perhaps our greatest achievement in banking is the Federal Reserve System. It is a collection of international banks owned by Illumicorp members and financiers. It was created to form a centralized banking system through the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, an act that was indeed penned by some of our most esteemed members. Many of you might still assume that the government itself prints and issues the currency. That is not the case. When America needs money, they go to our boys and ask for it. The money is printed, but it is only representative of a loan. Interest accrues on that dollar until it is paid back to the Fed. In fact, the federal taxes paid by the American population go almost entirely to paying off this debt. So you see, Illumicorp derives a healthy amount of its operation funding directly from the debt of the public. Needless to say, this is one of our most crucial sources of funding and one of our proudest achievements here at Illumicorp. Through mergers and acquisitions, we have slowly and silently bought up the majority of U.S. industry. Illumicorp and its members own most of the oil, transport, banking, media, food and communications industries in America and abroad. Through fewer and fewer conglomerates, we are able to effect with great precision the machinations of labor and government.
Ultimately, corporations will replace government as a centralized international body that can meet the needs of the public worldwide without the chaos created by national self-interest. When Illumicorp goes public, corporatism will be the foundation for world government. Conglomerates will merge into one cohesive corporation that is responsible only to Illumicorp and the needs of its global employment force. Illumicorp's control of the American military is another impressive tool in our possession. We have nurtured these institutions lavishly to serve as the prototype for our global police force. When ready, our technology and manpower will dominate those who oppose the coming new world order.
By utilizing American patriotism, we have fostered in the American soldier the philosophy of peace through superior force. When the time is right, we will migrate that mentality towards the belief in a global government who must protect all people through superior force. We have used the American military-industrial complex to build the arsenal necessary to instigate the final cleansing outlined in Illumicorp's great plan. Our primary target will be Islamic nations who will never submit to our Western-centric domination. They also hold much of the remaining oil reserve of the planet. Illumicorp must own that precious resource, as it is crucial in maintaining our domination over the countries of the world.
Through Illumicorp's enormous federal funding of the military, we can develop new forms of warfare and population reduction. The public can't imagine what we were in the process of developing. Soon, even the weather will be a weapon under our control. We will be able to create droughts, floods, hurricanes, and even tsunamis with no fingerprints attached. The political system of America has been under direct control of the Lumacorp for some time. It was actually a relatively easy acquisition, and has been even easier to manage. Politicians know of our unspoken agreement, and will do anything to stay in power.
A two-party system benefits Illumicorp in that it reduces all issues into a black and white debate. Through media, we can play side against side, using each where necessary to support our goals. Due to a diminishing faith in the system among the public, Illumicorp has designed a rogue candidate program to provide a voice for the dispossessed. This disperses the impetus for dissent among those who do not feel represented by our candidates and builds a database of potential dissidents.
At the turn of the last century, Illumicorp took a serious interest in public education. Our Supreme Council realized that by creating a private organization to dictate curriculum on a federal level, children could be conditioned to obedience on a mass scale.
In the interest of promoting Illumicorp principles in the classroom, hundreds of millions of dollars were invested to create the General Education Board in 1902. The result of doing this is evident today. The doctrines of public education have transformed recent generations into a weaker, more docile mass. Through meticulously planned curriculum, we have control over the process by which the average child learns. Thus, we can mold them into obedient workers who are conditioned to accept the implementation of the Great Plan. In addition, Illumicorp has set up many associations, including the American Historical Association, that determine and uphold the official view of history. Knowledge is power, so we must at all costs be the authors of the truth. By writing history to suit our interests, dissenting voices cannot gain ground, and we can vastly influence culture to achieve our prime objective.
Illumicorp uses the media to shape the public's opinion about current events and condition desired attitudes about our future agenda. Through news, entertainment, and advertising, we can program a variety of emotions and responses into the collective unconscious.
In the past, we were limited entirely to print media, but now we have multiple mediums to utilize in programming and conditioning the masses. With cable news, we have directed the public to a more entertainment-based consumption of world events, infotainment. This medium is far more effective in subliminal reinforcement of desired attitudes towards our objectives. For instance, we are currently instilling a sense of duty towards environmental issues.
With our growing control of the weather through HAARP and chemtrails, we will scare the public into accepting our global protection agendas. We will then phase into the great cleansing which must occur to return the global population to a manageable size.
We reinforce the desired norm through advertising, creating a model for people to live up to that is virtually impossible. The result is an incomplete, desperate individual seeking acceptance. Through reality television game shows, we repeat the pattern of individual survival versus group survival. This breaks down the idea of community and breeds individuals who seek only their self-interest. With a public that is constantly suspicious and scheming, we maintain the status quo of a divided population that never thinks to look up.
Religion has served its purpose incredibly well. It is the oldest and perhaps the broadest form of social control utilized by Illumicorp. With religion, there is a written code of conduct that must be followed. The authors of the Holy Scriptures knew quite well how to lace that code with commands to maintain their dominance over the population. This system has survived through millennia to hold the flock together and bring us to today.
Admittedly, religion is losing its power for control. However, the fanaticism that has arisen due to this decline is particularly helpful to Illumicorp. Our invisible influence in the church has helped bring the Christian fundamentalists out of the background. We control their opinions on current issues through policies designed and written right here at Illumicorp headquarters. They are sent to our ministers, who then preach the Word of God and their interpretations of the Bible to their followers. Their blind faith is used to transform them into willing soldiers to defend our cause during the catastrophes ahead. As the final phase is enacted, we will propagate end-time prophecy to convince them of their convictions.
The rise of Islamic fundamentalism works to Lumacorp's advantage as a threat that will demand violent action. In the coming years, planned terrorist attacks will warrant a full-scale retaliation and initiate the final phase of the Great Plan. Christians will support our actions, since they will believe them to be proof of the end times prophesied by Lumacorp's religious leaders. Now that you have a basic understanding of how we work over here at Lumacorp, I would like to introduce you to one of our latest projects, the Control Grid. Since ancient times, it has been the desire of the Illuminati to wield control of the masses below, both to protect us from them and them from themselves. The tools through the ages have been effective, but always blunt and inaccurate. But now, with the release of new technology to the masses, we have the real ability to implement a control grid with finance, industry, government, and military under our strict control. We can safely ship the population into a new world, monitored and controlled by Lumacorp.
Technology such as the internet, GPS, and RFID chips are pillars of the invisible prison we are erecting around the people. Within the decade, we will have real ID cards that contain criminal records and pertinent information, all linked to federal databases. Cell phones will tell us where each individual is, linked to the same database. Through intelligence agencies and Homeland Security, we will monitor individuals who oppose the Great Plan and remove them from the grid. Quickly, the population will learn that they have a choice: support the system and benefit from its luxuries, or reject it and lose access to the grid.
Well, that was quite an overview. I hope it gave you an understanding of our process and basic overall structure here at Lumacorp. The dawn of a new era is on the horizon, and it will shine gloriously over the new world that we have built together.
What'd you think of that video? They're basically telling the truth in that video about a lot of stuff. They're saying they want a corporation to take over the world and get rid of governments. And once they get all the natural resources. Now, also, I'm sure a lot of you have seen the Illuminati card game. In the Illuminati card game, there's this card, and it's entitled Goal, the Corporate Masters. And here, I'll pop up the card right here. So here's the card right here, and you can see it says Goal, the Corporate Masters. And it shows a guy with his face hidden in the shadow, and he has his hands in the Freemason little pyramid. Now, there's another card in the Illuminati card game, and it's entitled Deep Agent. And I'll pop the card up right here. So here's the card, Illuminati card game, Deep Agent. And to me, that card looks like Jeff Berwick. He's making the little triangle sign with his hands. That's how you know all these people are deep agents. They all make the triangle sign with their hands. And that's another way for you to not trust the government and then say, oh, let's get rid of the government. They're outing themselves on purpose as evil because they want you to say, okay, let's get rid of the government. And then you have all the little heroes at Anarchapulco saying, yeah, we're anarchists. We believe in just the free market. Let's get rid of the evil government. I mean, they fucking have sex with babies and molest children and eat babies. You know, like all this crazy shit. And they show their little hand sign, the little triangle hand sign for everybody to see it. So you're like, oh, they're all in the fucking evil club. So, I mean, you know, you want to destroy this evil government, right? And then they get what they want, corporate governance, the corporate masters, the Freemasons. The Freemasons aren't going to go anywhere. The Jesuits aren't going to go anywhere. You just won't have a government that represents you, and you can't vote in new people. You'll have to have a social credit score, and the corporate government will look at that and see whether they want to hire you in whatever business they got. Complete control and slavery. They can enslave you with the corporation. Now, somebody who you could listen to is Brendan O'Connell. I don't agree with everything he says. Like, he talks about, I'm a Catholic. Like, he believes in, he's been brainwashed by the Christianity. He pushes that. I don't believe that, but you could watch Brendan O'Connell on YouTube. I'll put his channel up here. He says some good stuff. Like, he shows how Iran is controlled, and it's all just a big fake show. It's just a big wag the tail fake war for TV. Another thing I'd like to mention about Jeff Berwick, the little con artist, fucking shill. Do any of you remember when he started promoting Pirate Chain? And he said, oh, Pirate Chain, it's going to be the fucking big one, guys. You're all going to get rich. And what he did, Pirate Chain was just a scam. He pumped and dumped on everybody. All of his viewers, he all suckered you in to buying Pirate Chain, the cryptocurrency Pirate Chain. He pumped it all up, and he already had his crypto ready to go. And then once you all bought it and the price spiked up, he dumped all his shit and he got rich. Jeff Berwick got rich on pumping and dumping Pirate Chain on all of his viewers. And then he just tried to play it off. Oh, you guys should have known, man. If you bought my newsletter. Yeah, he's always trying to push his newsletter on people. Don't buy his fucking newsletter, man. Don't give that fucking con artist any money. Fuck your newsletter, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff's a big con artist. He got a lot of enemies. You know what? I lost money on Pirate Chain too. He suckered me in. Jeff Berwick pumped and dumped Pirate Chain on me. And I lost money because of you, Jeff. You fucking shill. So you got enemies, buddy. I can see why you're fucking living out in the middle of nowhere in the Mexican desert. Because you got so many fucking enemies that you've ripped off and fucking taken their money. You gotta go hide. You gotta build a ranch in the middle of fucking nowhere so people don't find you. Yeah, Jeff Berwick is a fucking enemy of the people, man. He's a fucking Pied Piper. He's a wolf in sheep clothing. He pretends he's this fucking freedom fighter. He's a fucking shill of the highest order. He's working for these globalist bankers to try to get all you people to get rid of your representative governments so they can have corporate governance. Jeff Berwick is a shill. And all those people he has at Anarchapulco, they're fucking all part of that plan too. All those public speakers they put on that stage, they wouldn't get on that stage unless they were part of that fucking shit. And they're all trying to con you into getting rid of your governments. And they're exposing themselves as fucking evil, kill all the Palestinians and kill babies and the Epstein list and eating babies and all this bullshit. They're making a lot of this shit up themselves. It's not all true. They'll just say the most evilest shit because they want to get rid of the government. They want you to hate it. So don't get suckered in, man. It's a fucking con job. You're being conned to get rid of your governments. So yeah, Jeff Berwick is the fucking biggest shill on BitChute, man. He's the biggest con artist on BitChute. Brendan O'Connell says Jeff Berwick's a cokehead and that his buddy Max Egan is a homosexual. Brendan O'Connell doesn't have anything good to say about Max Egan or Jeff Berwick. He says Jeff Berwick used to smuggle coke up to Canada and that's how he made a lot of his money. That's what Brendan O'Connell says. I don't know if that's true. That's according to Brendan. So I'm going to put Brendan's YouTube channel on here and you guys can find him and push him back to my channel too. Say, Mike sent me. Show him my channel because they're probably blocking my comments. I get shadow banned a lot on YouTube big time, man. And I got videos proving it. Like, there'll be live streamers who are live streaming and then they show their comments on the thing and I'll write a comment and I can see where the comment is above everybody else's comment and everybody else's comment shows, but my comment's not on his screen. So I'm shadow banned on YouTube. They're hiding what I say because I'm exposing their fucking scam. I'm exposing their scam, so they shadow ban my comments a lot. Yeah, I'm being censored by these con artists that want to rule the world. These fucking communist con artists. These greedy fucking con artist bankers. Our countries have been so fucking infiltrated, man. We might as well just live in the Soviet Union now. That's what our countries are like. The United States is totally fucked. Your country's totally been taken over by these fucking communists, traitors, and foreigners. You guys should have never let all those foreigners in your country, man. Holy fuck. You're fucked now. Fuck you, Jeff Berwick, you fucking piece of shit. Okay, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.